Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. We are here for the start of the Formula 1 season. The start of the Formula 1 season, 2025 season. That's the final season before the 2026 regulations. And this season is looking like could be an interesting season, as it all kicks off in Albert Park, Australia. And the first 3 Grand Prix, you have to set your alarm clock if you live in the UK, as they are all early morning Grand Prix. So this is the Albert Park Grand Prix circuit. Then there is 14 turns the Albert Park Grand Prix circuit. Obviously, there is 3 overtaking opportunities when you turn into turns 2 to 3. The non-bendy turn from the beginning of turn 8 into turn 9, where the DRS win will open, and turns 10 to 11, where is another overtaking opportunity, and on with the start finish straight in 14 to 1. So there is at least a couple of overtaking opportunities. I think your best chance to overtake is obviously start finish straight and turns 8 to 9. There's also turns 2 to 3 and 10 to 11 if you want to be brave and do and brake into the turn to try and overtake your opponent as well. Obviously, like I said earlier, you need to set your alarm clocks for this. Practice 1, 1:30 in the morning to 2:30 on Friday, 14th of March, which is this week, of course. So this Friday, practice 2, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Practice 3 on Saturday, 15th of March, 1:30 to 2:30, and qualifying on the same day, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And the race start is 4 a.m. UK time. The first Grand Prix was in 1996. Number of laps is 58. Our 30M 5.278 kilometers. Race distance 306.124 meters. The lap record set by Chelsea Curti last year, the 1:19.813. Melbourne is now one of the fastest tracks on the calendar, with drivers needing to make clever use of their 4 DRS zones, as I just showed you earlier, to up their overtake chances at this historic, difficult circuit. A safety car is almost certain to make an appearance, so teams will need to manage their strategies to take full advantage. Who will have the speed and racecraft to triumph here? Suggested set off then. DRS effectiveness is crucial. Focusing on top speed and high speed cornering is also recommended. Favours cars with balanced stats. A two-stop pit strategy is a viable approach to Albert Park, especially with high chance of safety car appearing. With many battle zones across the GP, timing your pits correctly can give you the resources you need to take advantage of a sudden opening. With a safety car making an appearance, you can bank on this after lap 40 to take the opportunity to swap to softs and storm up some positions. Fancy numerous opportunities to overtake. If you're in a leading position, you might feel like you can't get off the pressure, but avoid pushing unnecessarily hard and wearing your car out. So the safety car chance is 50%. The pit lane time loss is 19 seconds. The possible race strategies then is obviously 2-stopper, medium to hard. You got of course start on the mediums and a 2-stopper on the hard tyres, the 2 compound hard tyres, and start on the hard, then switch to the medium, then onto the hard. And start on the softs and onto the hard tyres. for your next 2 pit stops. So this is what happened with the pit stops last year. Carlos Sainz started on the mediums, went on to the hards, and he took the medium, hard. Charles Leclerc, the same, medium, hard. Lando Norris obviously went on medium, started on mediums, and used two hard tyres. Ricardo and Hamilton were the only ones on the softs. Ricardo taking the soft tyre and then done onto the hard strategy. And but yeah, so you're most likely the viable option is to start on the mediums, and then it's like done the pit and done to the pits twice for the hard compound tyres. There shouldn't be any used hard compound tyres because it is the opening race of the season, so they are done with frets. So let's get on to my predictions then. In terms of my qualifying predictions then, I've done for Oscar Piastri, I've done for McLaren 1-2 and Oscar Piastri to qualify in pole. I think Oscar Piastri, for me, has a plan for his home 1-3, as well. I think McLaren should be the strongest car going into the Australian Grand Prix as well. Don't rule out Ferrari either. Ferrari sometimes do well in Australia as well, especially US Hamilton as well, who knows how to drive around the circuit. And Charles Leclerc has had some joy here as well in terms of the fastest lap record. Max Verstappen, it's an unknown with Red Bull. Red Bull and Mercedes are done being unknown done into this Grand Prix. Per Dadzi, I can see Alpine having a strong car for Perdazzi and see Perdazzi doing well in Australia. I think Williams will do well as well with R1 and Sainz after with what we saw in Tetson, and they look like they're going to be the 5th best car on the grid this season. I think Alonso, Berman, Ocon and Tsunoda will get knocked out in qualifying 2. And I think Hulkenberg, Stroll, Jack Doohan, Azarhadze and David Bortoleto will be the ones that knocked out in qualifying 1. So in terms of my race prediction then, I think this is my top 10 race prediction. I think Oscar Piastri and McLaren will get off to the great start, will get off to the perfect start to the season. With all the pressure on McLaren this season, they're expected to win both championships this year. And I don't foresee Piastri to win this home Grand Prix, Norris to finish 2nd, Charles Leclerc to finish 3rd, Hamilton to finish 4th, Verstappen to finish 5th. Verstappen's not really had much joy in Australia, has he? I think the last time he won in Australia was 2023. I think that's correct. When Red Bull had the most dominant car, let's be real. I think George Russell finished 6th, I think Liam Lawson finished 7th. I think both Williams will get in the points in 8th and 9th, and I think Perdazzi will take the final points of the race. And I think Kimi Antonelli, I just got a feeling that Kimi Antonelli might make a mistake in Australia, which might cost him the race, in my opinion, because we've seen George Russell make mistakes at this Grand Prix. It's one of the fastest surfaces as well. I can see for some reason I can see Kimi Antonelli possibly getting the DNF in his opening race, potentially. So that's why I've done for that as my top 10. So I think McLaren, they're going to be the strongest. I expect them to be the strongest team done into this Australian Grand Prix. I think Ferrari, don't rule Ferrari out either. I think they'll be up there with McLaren. Not sure about Red Bull. I'm not sure about Mercedes. I think Alpine, I think Perdazzi even more, so he can have the best performance out of the car in Australia. And I think Williams, after what we saw in Tetson and on into this season, they're looking to be the 5th best car on the grid. And that is Williams, by the way, who are preparing for the 2026 regulations, which makes it scary for the Reds. That's Williams. That is Williams preparing, and that's already an overachievement for Williams from last season as well. So I think So that's my race prediction for Australia. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments and your thoughts on this Grand Prix down below. And yeah, putting on the opening race of the season. And the F1 season is underway this week in Australia. And it should be an interesting start to the season. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. Who will get off to the perfect start this season in this F1 season? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below, and see you all in the next one, and see you all in the Australian Grand Prix through.